everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Thursday, January 24th, 2018. 19, sorry. I do not, oh, it's the beginning of the year, so give me some time and I'll figure out that it's actually 19. So anyway, I want to make sure I'm saying these names right. That's why I'm going to look at this so that I don't say it wrong. We're going to talk about Venezuela today, okay? You have President Maduro, okay, and you have the gentleman that is saying that he is the rightful president, Juan Guaido. I think I'm saying that wrong. Guaido. He's a 35-year-old young man who's basically been ahead of whatever political party is saying that they're in charge now for about 3 weeks. And the President of the United States has decided to acknowledge them as the rightful people in control down in Venezuela. So, but the other gentleman who is the president right now down there, who is, hold on a second guys, let me just, I want to get it right. I don't want to say it wrong, so, hold on a second. Guaido? Yeah, Juan Guaido is the one that is the upstart that's saying that he's the president. Our president has acknowledged that he's in charge down there, when you have President Maduro down there is raising the stakes of what's going on. So Maduro has the backing of the military and a lot of leaders down there. There's a lot going on. So you have this socialist government down there in Venezuela right now, and you went from a country that was extremely prosperous to a country that is in complete turmoil at the moment. So there's a lot of protests going on. Of course, we're sticking our nose into it. Russia and China have had their nose in there for quite a long time, and so there's a big game going on right now. And so the problem that I see with this whole situation, you know, basically Russia has told the United States to back off, to mind our own business. But what is Venezuela rich in? Oh, that's right, oil. Imagine that. If they were just another country that didn't have a good oil reserve, we probably wouldn't be involved in it at all, to be honest with you. They don't, you know, I think that Russia had negotiated building a naval base down in Venezuela as well with the government down there. So, of course, you know, the United States doesn't want that happening. A lot of games, again, a lot of political unrest right now in that part of the country, or that part of the world, I should say. And so it's funny because so this opposition leader, Guaido, is 35 years old, young guy. And, you know, the fact that the president has basically said, okay, yeah, he's a legitimate one. They've told, the Venezuelan government has told that we need to get our people out of there, you know, closing the consulate. They're pulling their people out of the U.S. There is the embassy, and then there are like 7 consulates that they're going to be pulling their people out of. It's just, like I said, it's all games, a lot of political grandstanding and stuff like that going on with that situation right now. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts on it are. I know that there's been a lot of issues with the socialist government down there, and the people are starving, and they're having issues, and they're not getting the treatment. You went from a country that was a very rich country down in South America to now one that is in complete chaos. And what amazes me about that is, it's like we have these young folks here in the United States that think that socialism is such a great idea. There's a great example of why it's not. You know, it hasn't worked ever anywhere. So, I mean, it's just crazy stuff's going on right there. So, of course, we're doing political things to make things harder for Venezuela. You know, again, the United States being the modern day Rome, sticking our nose in everybody else's business and getting involved in stuff that we shouldn't get involved with. You know, it's not a good situation. It's going to end up, you know, possibly in a civil war type of situation down there. uprising the people, uprising against the government, and we'll see what happens with that. That should be interesting. So I think our government should take heed and watch stuff like that and realize that that could happen here too. Enough people have enough, guys. It could happen here in the United States as well. It really could. I think people are sick of the status quo. They're sick of the fact that there's a lot of just nonsense going on. You know, they're sick of people getting free rides where other people are having to work their behinds off. They're sick of people coming into our country illegally and being handed everything on a silver platter. If we cut those type of things off and did not give people welfare and free medical and this and that, they wouldn't come here, and there'd be no jobs. If you don't have a green card or working papers to be able to work in this country, they should not be, any of these people should not be getting jobs. And I don't want to hear all this stuff as, well, they're doing work that other people won't do. Well, guess what? If you're hungry enough, you're going to work. That's the bottom line. You know, it is amazing to me, you know, the excuses that they use, that it makes it okay for people to come to the United States illegally. But, you know, they're looking for that handout, just like, you know, and we continue to do it. So why wouldn't they come? You know, we don't, actually, you know, it's funny, we really don't have to build a wall, because if we just cut these people off and said, there's no more help for you because you're not a citizen of the United States, that'd be the end of that story. You know, no more anchor babies, no more DACA kids, all this nonsense. Send them all back. If you're not a legalized citizen here, and if you haven't done it the right way, if you haven't gone through the immigration steps the right way, then you shouldn't be here. That's how I feel. And it don't matter what country you're coming from. It's not just South American countries. It's not nothing against, you know, Mexican people or Venezuelans or Argentinians or whoever is in the Southern Hemisphere. It's not against them. If you want to come here and do it the right way and do it the legal way, I have no problem with that whatsoever. You know, when we have, you know, I mean, here's another great example. Like, if you look at any of the gas station chains, a lot of times, who are they run by? They're run by Arab and Pakistanis. Why? Because they come over here, they're given all kinds of money to come over here. They can have their business for however many years, tax-free, not pay any taxes. And so, and where are they sending that money? They're sending it back to their home countries. Okay? So, you know, a lot of that money goes back to their home countries. It's just, it's a crazy, crazy situation. You know, crazy situation. A lot of just nuts, crazy stuff, you know, in my opinion. So, the stove don't look like it's rocking right now because I just actually fed it. Just put more wood on the fire. So I got to show you this here. So, wood stoves are awesome. Okay, they're great to have, but you will get a lot of burns if you have a wood stove. So I had the ash bucket last week, and I had just filled it with fresh ash. So the bottom half was full of older ash, the top half was full of fresh ash. So I took it outside, and I went to I took the bucket, and I was holding on to the handle here in the bottom with this hand, and I went like this. Well, the bucket kicked up, hit my finger, so you can see there's a nice burn on my finger there from the ash bucket. And I'm going to tell you what, that one hurt. That one hurt. I burn myself all the time on a wood stove. It's all just part of what happens if you have a wood stove. So, but anyway, so the whole situation down in Venezuela, basically, in my opinion, it revolves around oil and control. Okay, we don't want Russia and China getting a foothold down in that area, and they've already got billions invested, so you know they're not going anywhere. Okay, and so we're backing the opposition party, and it's just like, again, we're just gonna stick our nose in where it doesn't belong, let them take care of their own business. If they want him out down there, let the people do it. It's not up to us to get involved or be part of it. Okay, we really shouldn't. It's not our business. So I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on it. I want to hear what you guys have to say. So anyway, today it has been snowing here at the homestead. It's been in the 20s today. Yesterday it was crazy. It was like in the mid-40s yesterday. We had rain off and on all day long. It was just a lot of melting happening. and then today it's back to snow again. So just, I know coming up this weekend, we're supposed to have another cold streak come through, so we're going to have some more sub-zero temperatures, so that should be a whole lot of fun. But yeah, the weather's just nuts. We got zero in for power today with the solar system, because what happened was it went from rain to snow, and so it iced up all the panels. And so even though I cleaned them off, it's just they're a mess right now. So that's but that's part of what we deal with. That's why we have a backup generator, so we can have an alternative way to make power. I cannot wait to get the new rack in this year and be able to have it adjusted, have more panels up, which is going to increase our power production that way as well. So we should be in pretty good shape, I'm hoping. We'll see what happens. All right. So anyway, like I said, I want to hear you guys' feedback. I want to hear what you think of the whole Venezuela situation. The other thing I want to talk about real quick, I was on a show called The Outer Limits. It's a radio show that they put their videos up on YouTube, and I did an interview with them a while back, and then about a month ago, I think it was, they uploaded it to their channel. So if you would like to go hear that interview, it's about an hour long, and it's on their channel, and that's The Outer Limits. So if you check that out, you will see that. I'm going to be doing my regular show tomorrow, my live chat from 8 to 9, and then I'm actually going to be on a West Coast show tomorrow night, midnight East Coast time, 9 o'clock West Coast time, and that's going to run from midnight to 2 in the morning, or if you're on the West Coast, it's going to be from 9 to 11. Okay, so I will give you guys more of that information tomorrow when I do my live chat, but you can check that out as well. That's going to be all on medical prepping. They're going to be asking me different questions and stuff like that, so we're going to be having a nice chat about all that, and that's going to be from East Coast time. It's going to be midnight to 2 in the morning. West Coast time, it's going to be 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Okay? So that'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a whole lot of fun. And actually, I can tell you the name. Hold on a second. Let me just look in here real quick. And I will tell you the name of that. The name of the show. It is called The Midnight Desert Radio. Okay? So it was formerly the Art Bell's radio show. So it's the Midnight Desert Radio, and again, that's going to be midnight East Coast time to 2 a.m. So if you want to go and check that out, it's midnightinthedesert.com. So that's the website for that. So I'm going to be on that show tomorrow night, starting at midnight East Coast time. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be interesting. I enjoy doing those type of things where they ask questions and I just go ahead and I answer the different questions. So that is going to be happening tomorrow. Anyway, low-key day here at the homestead. Like I said, the weather, I cannot wait for spring to get here, so when the weather breaks and I can get things done again, really looking forward to that. We do a lot of hibernating in the wintertime, so there's not a whole lot that happens. Just, the weather stinks. It's overcast all the time. Not a whole lot of fun. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I know it's Thursday here, so I'm thinking Friday. So, so look for me on those things tomorrow. Look for me in the live chat tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So we'll be doing live chat from 8 to 9. And like I said, I'll be on the midnight radio show there from midnight to 2 a.m. So that should be interesting. So anyway, hope everybody's doing well. I hope your week is going good. Really, like I said, it's life is so short, and I talk about this a lot, and we are all in this together, guys. And it's really important to remember that. A lot of people lose sight of that, and they don't think about that, but we really, truly are in this together. So we got to try to take care of each other, work together, try to help each other. When things go belly up in this country, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, okay? Really need to look out for each other, because I'm going to tell you right now, the powers that be are not going to be looking out for us. We're going to be on our own, okay? So, good people need to survive what's coming. I've always said that. I think that that's really important, okay? Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. You just, life is so short and it's so precious. And make sure that you tell the people that you care about them every day how you feel, okay? Remember STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish in life, only you can stop yourself from getting there. Nobody else can do it, okay? You stay away from negative people. You stay away from people that are trying to keep you back or hold you down. Stay positive. Being happy is an absolute choice in my opinion, okay? So many people get so caught up in feeling sorry for themselves and poor me, I'm the victim, I'm the victim. You're making yourself the victim that way. Stay away from that negativity. Stay positive. And you know what? Sometimes life sucks. That's the reality of it, okay? But if you drive through it and you fight through it, you're going to be fine. Alright? I will talk to you all tomorrow. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now. It's kind of kicking on the side here now.